Over the past 9 months, the Samuel DeWitt Proctor Conference's Calling Congregations Innovation Hub program has been significantly impacted by loss, grief, and lamentations. Out of commitment and necessity, Proctor has creatively responded to the disproportionate and devastating impact that COVID-19 has particularly had on African American churches, clergy, congregations, and communities. Through participating in Mask for the People in general, Proctor has also specifically gifted clergy with masks and stoles, as well as created sacred space for clergy lamentation. Proctor created a collaborative for private labeling of hand sanitizers with our logo. As Proctor, in this time of national and global pivot, continue to be responsive to the needed vocation reformation of our clergy and their congregations. Please hear now just one of their stories.
My name is Reverend Jesse Knox III. I am the 6th senior pastor of Church of the Good Shepherd, Congregational United Church of Christ, located in Chicago, Illinois, in the Washington Park community, where for over 94 years we've been honoring our past and building our future. We're also proud members of the Calling Congregation Initiative of the Samuel DeWitt Proctor Conference, for without their technical and financial resources, we would not be able to share this narrative. In response to the Call to Life and Meaning and Purpose initiative, asking for a story regarding creativity, innovation, and promise. And I wanted to focus on our New Beginning initiative, which started in 2015, where the congregation was challenged with a very important question. What is God calling you to do at this present place and time, given that you have less than 70 in worship, aging membership, significant building issues, unable to always meet your expenses, changing neighborhood, and a need for a vision for the future? This 6 to 8 month process / assessment brings fresh eyes to look at demographics both in and outside of the church, financial resources, underutilization of the church space, and what makes sense for a good shepherd in Washington Park. And through the discerning process, we ask God to speak to us. Do we close? Do we reinvent ourselves? Or do we just remain in denial? And through the prompting of the Spirit, we were encouraged to reinvent ourselves by envisioning the church as a hub, a place where various organizations can convene, share space, leverage resources in a response to the needs of the Washington Park residents. And where there's deficient areas, we can also form strategic partnerships and work holistically to revitalize the Washington Park community. And during this discerning process, we received, quote unquote, a gift where the sprinkler system in the education wing burst, flooding the education wing as well as various parts of the church, making the church complex uninhabitable. But through the insurance proceeds, we're able to not only renovate the education wing offices, we address much deferred maintenance, which enabled us to provide renovated space for potential organizations. And we're very blessed to have under our church complex, we have Alternative Inc., who works with rebuilding community through providing youth with restorative justice principles and behavior health services, as well as Asada's Daughters, that engages young men and women with political education and leadership development. And why we worked in collaboration with these organizations during the pandemic, the only way they were able to continue was through the resources of the Proctor Conference that allowed us to pivot to an online presence, which we're calling eCogs Community, where we were able to gently introduce our aging membership to technology, as well as to establish an online presence that shares the work that we're doing with our tenants. For example, on November 7th, at the prompting of our young adults, we organized a winter coat drive where donated coats, scarves, and gloves for all ages were made available to Washington Park residents. And we, in collaboration with Nehemiah Trinity Rising, Alternative, Asada's Daughter, and the Church of the Good Shepherd, we're able to have a strong presence in the Washington Park community. And so we're honoring our past and building our future. And we're excited about the direction that the church is going. Thank you, Proctor Conference.